Noche UFC is going down in Las Vegas this weekend, and I'm pumped to see who comes out on top. I've partnered up with DraftKings, and they got an offer that is perfect if you're looking to get closer to the action. Right now, all new customers that bet just $5 will instantly get $250 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. When you sign up, use my promo code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. That's $250 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Staying on the action and use your $250 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun at DraftKings with daily fantasy and have a shot at all the prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers, use my promo code SONNEN. Bet just $5 and get $250 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
What is up, freak bitches? Do you recognize that? Do you recognize that line? I got that from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan did a show, and that's what he said to his audience when he opened the show. The show opens, and Joe says, "What's up, freak bitches?" I don't know what that means completely. I don't completely know what that is, but for him to address his own audience as such, as like a hi, hello, normally say, "Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for tuning in." He called them freak bitches. He's got this show on the internet. It's called the Joe Rogan Program. It's great. It's great. And he opened up. I can't believe he did that. That is so funny. So I just got back from Sphere. Okay. Now, I want to explain to you guys what I saw. And it's difficult for me to do. I don't know if I know strong enough words. Give me an example. So, yesterday was my first day there. Jammed up with security. They will either confiscate. A lot of times they were using the word confiscate. I didn't actually see that, even though they use that word for phones, for any kind of camera device. I didn't actually see that, but they did mark them in. They did check them in, and they had a process. They used the word confiscate, but had to sign non-disclosure agreements and had to read a form with what was expected of you behavior-wise to come in. And it all involved the reveal of what the production and what this event is. And that in and of itself made me curious. Does that work for you guys? Like, have I got you interested at this point? Okay, now this is yesterday. So when I get in, past all this stuff, special credential, I mean, the whole bit, right? I get stopped or never make it through. And I don't know what you're going to call this. You know, the concession area, if you're in a big arena, the part where you go out and you walk, and that's how you would leave, that's how you'd arrive, that's where you would get your nacho or your t-shirt. I don't know what that's called, but that concession area. I don't make it any further than that. And I did an entire program from there. I was there about 3 hours. I never made it beyond that. I was not allowed to go into what they're calling the bowl, the actual arena, where the seats are, where the octagon is. All right. So today I was. And I was accompanied the entire time. I was never allowed to be free. And it was purely to make sure that no pictures or video was taken. So it puts me in a very tough spot. Like, I don't have pictures of it, but then should I not come and tell you guys about it? I read this entire thing that I had to read, and it all had to do with pictures. It didn't say you couldn't come speak about it, and I feel as though that's my job. That's my role, is to bring to you guys what's going on, you know, behind the scenes. And the words to describe what it was like to be inside and what they have in store, it's difficult for me to find strong enough words. It was awesome. It was remarkable. I have never seen anything like it, and that includes in my imagination. When I close my eyes and I try to imagine something very special or unique, it was not this. This surpassed even my imagination. I heard Anthony Smith trying to describe it, and he also was looking for strong enough words. And Anthony said that the feeling he got when he walked in there and opened his eyes and looks around, he says, I cannot believe that man made this. Like it's no wonder that we've landed on the moon. But it's that same level of thinking and vision that got us to the moon that built the spear. Does that sound silly? Does it sound like I'm going too far with it? Because I assure you, I am not. I'm not certain that I'm strong enough with my words. I don't know why Dana took this on. He doesn't need it. He has the biggest and best show on earth. He brings in more revenue than any other show on the planet. I've heard that disputed that Circus Olay, which does 6 different shows, I've heard that disputed that Circus Olay does more tickets. But the world's best promoter, world's most famous promoter, world's most successful, highest paid, publicly traded company, that has never happened. The combat sport, for goodness sake, he doesn't need this. And it is so impressive. I mean, this is the new bar. Like this, the story of Dana's career is one that never gets talked about. Because the last person he's going to shine up is him. His whole everything that he built infrastructure-wise was to build up the athletes. All right. But if you look at the fact that he got a sport legalized in all 50 states, think about what a win that was. Think about the first time that he did $1 million gate. Think about the first time that he sold out an arena. Think about the first time that he broke 100,000 on pay-per-view. And think about the first time he played Madison Square Garden, $17.2 million gate. Think about the time he goes to Montreal. George St. Pierre's backyard does 40,000 people, outdoes his own record. In Australia, he did, it was 42,000, I believe, which I heard him say yesterday is the all-time record for Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm. That's incorrect. The all-time record is also his, but that belongs to Adesanya Whitaker, Australia, 57,000 people. And I'm just stating, like these are landmarks along his career that began in 2001. Then you have the destination, right? Showing leadership to the entire planet through a worldwide pandemic with what is now colloquially known as Fight Island. All of that is going to get crushed by what you're going to see Saturday. And why? Why? It is so incredible. This is going to be presented like a movie. So when Dana decided he was going to come here, he takes Craig Bersari to a U2 concert. And U2, just by example, like let's say you had all of the production done, you could hit play. Very hard to have the technology to play the Sphere, from what I'm told. Dana told us himself he spent $16 million, upgraded his production, right? A guy that fancies himself as a fight promoter, but he's been an executive producer of content. He's a producer in front of everything else for 2.5 decades. Does not have the appropriate technology to play this venue. He spent $16 million. He then has to update us, and he's got to give accurate numbers, right? He's a CEO of a publicly traded company now. Like, you don't get to come out and promote and embellish. Now he's at 20 million plus. Just to have the technology. Okay. But think about if you're U2. That's going to be hard to do. But if you have everything built and you can push play. The band has played these songs 1,000 times. If you're the producer, you know, okay, this song is going to last 4 minutes and 12 seconds. There's going to be 15 seconds of applause from the audience, and that's when we rev up the instruments, start the vocals, and do this song, which is 3 minutes and 52 seconds. You would know right where to insert things. when you're trying to do that with a sporting event, which is live, you have the foggiest idea. You got matches scheduled for 15 minutes that are encouraged to be over faster than that. You got a couple of matches on this card that are scheduled for up to 25 minutes that are encouraged to end quicker than that. You have no idea where your cues are. You have no rehearsal. This has never been done. You can't rehearse it. I've heard the UFC use this expression, oh, we're doing rehearsals. You can't rehearse it. There's some things that you can rehearse. You can check out your sound and your lights and make sure the rigs are in the right place, and you can have somebody walk out, and you can't rehearse it. Which is what's so remarkable. The only thing I could compare this to, and this would trump it, in all fairness, but the only thing I could compare it to is the opening ceremonies to the Olympic Games. And that takes 4 years to plan and has the funding of a government known as the host nation. And this will be better than that. I have never talked to you guys about watching an event or tuning in for an event. I sell you pay-per-view on anything other than the action itself. In this case, the sport's biggest star, Sean O'Malley, who was coming after Conor McGregor's spot. He took Adesanya's spot. It was between Sean and Adesanya for a minute. He's now coming after Conor's spot. He just might get it. That's not even the draw. I mean, in all fairness, I'm just telling you, you will have never seen anything production-wise as visually stimulating as this event at the Sphere. And if I knew stronger words to use, I would use them.